Hello guys and welcome to Wolf Nation. My name is Mo and today I'm going to watch My Hero Academia Season 2 Episode 20. So last time guys on My Hero Academia. So yeah, last episode was pretty much a wrap up of following the UA students and their mentorship. We, saw some of the students that we haven't seen for a while, like Sue, Momu. It was pretty much focused mainly on Sue though, and I forgot the name of her mentor. Anyway, it's that Seal. So there were, good, valuable lessons for her, and she grew as a person and as a hero, so that was nice. But not really much else from last episode. Midoriya, he's still recovering in the hospital. He should be probably healed up by this episode. And I think this episode everyone's going to be getting back to UA, so that should be interesting. We haven't seen the fallout or the aftermath of what actually is going to happen due to, all the new villains that are flocking to the League of Villains, but we'll probably find out about that soon too. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen, so let's dive into it guys. Here we go.
I wasn't here long, but thanks for everything.
Wasn't there long, but
I don't think there's any reason for you to thank me. I wasn't around when the really big stuff happened.
Sure, but the only reason I was able to stand up against Stain at all was because of our sparring and your wise instructions. Ow! Ow!
You survived, yes, but only because the hero killer let you.
True.
Well, at least you learned to channel your power instead of relying on one monster smash. See you around.
Wait! I've got a question. Please, just one more. I've been wondering for a while, but never found a good time to ask. I mean, now's not the best time either, but here I am.
Out with it now! I've got pastries to eat!
Pastries to eat.
Even though you're really strong, and you train the #1 hero in the world yourself, no one knows
exactly why you disappeared.
You should be super famous.
What happened?
But you're not. Is there a specific reason for that, or what?
No, that's an easy one. I was just never that interested in working as a pro hero.
What?
There was a point in my past when I needed to be able to use my quirk freely without limits. That's the only reason I got my license. It might be better to hear this from Toshi. All Might, I mean. He can explain everything better than me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's it, kid. Keep working
Do you
hard.
want to be a hero?
Yes, sir. Thank
They
you
had
very
no
much
choice
again.
but to
Bye for
train.
now.
Mentor All Might.
Hey, boy. Who are you?
Seriously? Oh, well, I'm,
Just
Izuku
missing what you
Midoriya.
do.
That's not right.
I'm Deku. Holy crap! What the heck, Bobby? My hair's gotten used to this and I can't get it back the right way.
Yeah.
Did you not hear me? I'll kill you both.
I'd like to see you try, pretty boy.
What did you call
Oh,
me?
look, I'm back.
There it goes. What about you, Ochako? How was your week? I'd say that it was very enlightening.
She learned a lot,
You
I think she
should
did.
talk the fighting spirit.
Everyone's been saying that he was somehow connected to the League of Villains. Can you imagine how frightening it would have been if that creep had been there when they attacked the USJ?
He's scary, yeah. But did you see him in that weird video? It's all over the internet.
I didn't even know there was a video of him.
Yeah. Stain's a pretty evil villain, but like super tenacious. He's almost kind of cool, don't you guys think?
Minori?
Oh, dude. No, it's okay. You're fine.
Yes, little.
It is true that he's quite a tenacious villain. I understand why people might think he was cool. But instead of helping the world, his beliefs led him to cold-blooded murder. No matter his motives, killing cannot be condoned. To keep anyone else from suffering like me, well, I promise I will strive to be the perfect hero.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's time for class to begin. Everyone, please take your seats. Let us
back.
This is your fault for talking about weird stuff.
Sorry. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Class 1A will ensure
I'm glad he does that.
until I'm able to call myself a real hero. I'll leave my left hand as it is.
Way to go, Ida.
I am here! Hope you're ready to return to our lessons.
Sweet.
Today it's Hero Basic Training. Feels like I haven't seen you in a while.
Feels like
Welcome
forever,
back. Now then, listen carefully for what's in store. We're going to be conducting a little race. Take everything you've learned from your internships and apply it to this rescue training.
Okay.
We're about to step into Field Gamma. Inside is an area full of factories that form an intricate labyrinth. So good luck finding your way around.
Damn.
You'll be competing in groups of 5. Each person starts from a different location on the outskirts of the model city.
Okay.
I'll send a distress signal, and you do what you must to rescue me. Whoever finds me first wins.
This should be
But
cool.
try to keep the property damage to a bare minimum, please.
Why are you pointing at me?
But once again, I think that anyone who has like,
Ida hasn't completely recovered yet, right? He should sit this
not all
out.
of them are going at the
Everyone in
same
this group
time.
has really good mobility.
Yeah, but I'm saying like someone who has really good mobility,
Midoriya
like
is at a heavy
Sue.
disadvantage against those 4.
That's what I think. Moving around quickly isn't really one of his strong suits, that's for sure.
And whenever he uses his powers, he always gets badly injured.
Well, you haven't seen
Who's
him
your
in a
pick?
while.
I'm betting on
Yeah,
Sarah.
better. He has an advantage. They all have advantages over Midoriya.
Look at him go! In a maze like this, it makes sense to be above everything else.
So that means Saros had an advantage because he can
And
take to the
Midoriya just
sky.
breaks through everything.
Built with me in mind.
I forgot he was jumping like that in the roof.
With my new training,
Hell fucking
I
yeah.
can win!
Even All Might hasn't seen anything like
When
this.
can he do that? What? No way!
Fuck yeah.
The way he's propelling himself through the air.
Like in the alley.
Crazy. Those jumps. He looks just like...
Those are my moves.
Oh.
While I spent my time getting groomed at that useless internship, he... Look at
Damn,
him!
really your moves. Come on.
Damn it!
You have packing on.
Are you kidding me?
I've just gotta stay
Hopefully
calm
he
and
doesn't.
alert.
Oh, fuck. No.
And it's over! Thanks, hero! And congratulations!
All right! Midoriya, you're okay, right?
I see. When jumping in an area with unstable footing, I need to be careful where it is I'm landing. I'll have to remember
well.
that.
Young Sero may have come in first, but compared to the start of the year, you all showed me some incredible improvements.
Especially Midoriya.
Keep working and preparing for your upcoming final exam. You surprised me. That was incredible. Find me after class. We need to talk.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna tell him.
The time has come for me to tell you the whole truth.
Doria! You won't believe what I just found! The jackpot! Someone Shawshanked a hole in this wall. A previous generation has given us a gift. You know what's next door,
my
right?
God.
This looks into the girls' locker room.
Don't even think about it! Peeping on them like that would be criminal!
Then you'll have to throw me in solitary confinement because you can't stop me! I want to see Yaoyorozu's curves, Ashido's slender waist,
This little
Hagakure's
bird.
floating underwear, Uraraka's super fine body, Asui's unexpectedly soft boobies!
Ooh.
That's
She
Jiro's
could
earphone
hear.
jack! What a brutal and precise surprise attack from next door!
Ugh. Thanks, Kyoka.
Despicable. We'll close up this hole immediately.
Why am I the only one he didn't say anything about?
There we go.
Come have a seat.
He seems... different.
You went through a lot recently. I'm sorry I wasn't around to help you out.
Oh, no. You don't need to apologize for that.
Hero killer swallowed your blood in the attack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
His quirk made him
Wait,
able
does
to
he get
paralyze
stronger like
someone
that?
after tasting their blood. Is that what this is about?
Do you remember how I gave my
Oh
power
shit, I
to
didn't
you?
even think about
What I
that.
said that day? Eat this! No, not that part. I said the key was in my DNA.
So
That's
that
why
means
you
the
had
key
to
is in
swallow the
his
hair.
DNA?
Oh, holy crap! Don't tell me the hero killer has one for all now!
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
I just thought you might be worried about that, but I see.
He's just worrying us for
didn't cross
nothing.
your mind. One for all can only be given to another person if you, the bearer, intend to pass it along. It's not something that can just be taken by
That's
force.
good.
One for all was derived from another odd quirk, a power that's very old.
It used to be something different?
The name of that quirk is All for One.
All for all.
It allowed its user to take quirks from others, and the user could keep the quirks for himself or give them to someone else.
What?
So he could take the
He could steal
quirk
powers?
permanently?
This was back when quirks were just starting to show up.
That's
Before
OP.
society had figured out how to deal with the newly powered among them. In that chaotic period of change, there was one person who managed to rally many people together. He went by the name of his power, All for One. He stole quirks from others. And then, his overwhelming abilities, he spread his influence across the country. He manipulated people to serve his purposes and committed evil acts with little resistance. In the blink of an eye, he became the leader of villains and ruled over Japan. He made people trust him or submit to his will by altering their abilities. But apparently, there were many poor souls who couldn't bear the burden of the quirks they were given. They became like mindless living dolls, incapable of speaking. This evil man had a quirkless younger brother. He was small and sickly, but he had a strong sense of justice.
So that's his older
It couldn't
brother?
have been more different.
Rocky, right?
It pained the brother to see All for One's deeds, so he kept resisting him. And then, All for One transferred a quirk to his sibling, one that would allow him to stockpile power. We don't know if it was a gift he was giving his brother, or if he just wanted to force him to submit.
Don't tell me.
Yes, even though everyone thought he was quirkless, turns out the brother did have a quirk, though even he hadn't realized this to be the case. He had a useless power that only allowed him to pass on quirks.
That's his master?
And so the stockpiling ability merged with the younger brother's power. And that is how One for All came to be.
Oh shit.
I've always found it ironic.
Ooh, it's gonna be Shigaraki,
Justice so often spawns from evil.
Wait, hold on! I understand how One for All came about now. But this bad guy must be long dead by this point. So why are you bringing him up?
One who steals quirks has no limits. Anything's possible. There are quirks that halt aging. He probably has something like that. Other decided to entrust this new quirk to future generations. Even though he couldn't defeat All for One, he hoped One for All would continue
so it's not his
to grow
master,
in
it could
power
be just the
until it was
first
strong
person
enough to
that
stop
had
his older brother. Eventually, it was my turn, and I managed to defeat All for One. At least that's what I thought. Told her, you may one day have to fight against this great evil yourself. Because I failed. I know you didn't expect this, but...
I'll do my best! I'll do whatever you ask, no matter what it might take. As long as you're with me, I can do anything. I know you'll have my back.
Tell him.
What?
He needs to know.
Losing his power. Or worse.
That's not how it'll happen. Our futures are... He won't understand.
Come on, tell him everything.
Thank you. I'm sorry, young Midoriya. But by the time you face him, I won't be by your side anymore.
It's almost time for summer vacation. Don't get too excited. You can't just relax an entire month.
Does that mean...
You'll be training.
Damn.
While you're camping in the woods.
I knew it! All right!
That should be fun.
Big sleepover! Yes! Fireworks!
Rings! And s'mores! Skinny dipping!
We've been out with everyone all summer.
I
I'm
feel
so
so bad
excited!
for her.
However, those of you who don't pass the final exam before the semester is over will have summer school.
Everyone do your best!
This is so stupid.
Oh, you girls better pass this thing!
Tomura Shigaraki will be put in a position where he must unify many new recruits.
Come on,
I believe things would move faster if you were to talk to them yourself, though, Master.
Then you had better hurry and fix my body, Doctor.
So he's to unite the League of Villains. I wonder
Do
if
we
the
know
child can pull it off. How much has he really grown?
He'll do well, even if I have to work him to the bone. It's the only way he'll be able to take my place. He was born with the twisted mind needed to become the next me. I hope you're celebrating while you can, All Might, because very soon, this temporary peace will come to a violent end.
So guys, that was My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 20. So everyone's back at UA, and they had this small little competition in which they were supposed to maneuver and race to rescue All Might in this, like, in this, I don't know what you call it, like a maze of factories. And at first I was like, Midoriya's gonna be at a disadvantage. They had Ida, they had Tape Arm, and Mina, and I was like, damn it. And then when he started moving fast, everyone was like, shit, it's Midoriya. And even I was surprised, like, but so stupid considering how well he was moving on the roof, and then in the alleyway when he was jumping off the walls. Even though he didn't win, like All Might said, it's definitely impressive considering where he was before and where he is now. He didn't hurt himself, he was able to use it pretty well. He just slipped, so good job, Midoriya. But yeah, All Might, he told him the truth, at least I guess 95% of the truth, about the origin of, you know, One for All. One for All. All for All. Yeah, One for All. I keep getting them confused because they're so similar. One for All, and then All for One. It started off as All for One, which was this guy who had, in the beginning of when people started to get quirks, he had this quirk, which is OP as hell, that he can take people's quirk. I don't know if he takes, like, he just copies their quirks, or he takes them completely in their left quirk list. If they're left quirk list, then damn. But anyways, he started to take people's quirks, and then because we had, you know, the regular humans pretty much protesting people that have quirks and, you know, all that shit. So I don't know if he gave it to people who had quirks already or just to people who didn't have quirks, but either way he started to pass it on to you know, people, and they became his followers basically, and he just kept on growing pretty much his army. And that's when we had they said he passed it on to his brother who was sick. I think he said his brother didn't want it. Either way, he passed it on to his brother, but his brother didn't agree with, at least that's my memory of the conversation. Hopefully I'm correct, but I think his brother passed it on to his younger brother, who then didn't pretty much agree with what his older brother was doing, and then he didn't know that his younger brother actually had a quirk, which then made One for All, right? I think so. And that's when his younger brother started, you know, the tradition of passing it on. Eventually he passed it on to All Might's master, then All Might's master passed it on to All Might. At least that's my understanding. So we had, well, All Might said there was a huge fight between him and All for One, and he thought that he killed him or destroyed him. Well, killed him. But he feels like he's still alive right now, and he is right. He could have got a quirk that, you know, prevents aging, which I didn't know there's a quirk like that, but he said there is. But Midoriya was like, it doesn't matter, even if he's still alive, we'll fight him together. And All Might wanted to tell him, but he didn't, and he said, well, we heard him talking, he said that, unfortunately, I'm not going to be there with you in the future. So I'm wondering, is it along the lines that he's not going to have his quirk by then? Because we know that he's losing his quirk little by little, or at least getting weaker. So hopefully that's the case and not him. He's actually like slowly dying. Well, we're all slowly dying. Anyways, I hope it's not like him, is that he's actually sick and dying. Anyways, that's gonna suck. But yeah, Midoriya, he took it well, and he didn't let it, you know, worry him that much, because he believes that he has All Might in his corner, and he'll be there in his corner in the future, and he'll be able to take down anything. So yeah, we saw our All for One. He is fucked up. His injuries, they said, was healing thanks to the super regenerative quirk that they found, but they're still trying to get his body back into working condition, I guess. anyways, he's the one who's the mastermind of everything, and he's the one who chose Shigaraki to, you know, be the face or in charge of the, you know, the League of Villains. So we'll see what happens there. So yeah, it's the end of the first year. Well, almost the end of the first year. They're gonna have a summer vacation. Well, it is a summer vacation, but there's also gonna be training. Aizawa said they're gonna be like camping in the woods, I think, along with some training. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. That should be fun, you know, seeing all the students working together and what kind of training they're gonna have to do. He said whoever doesn't pass the final exam, I believe, won't be going. Hopefully it's, well, I wouldn't say, like, I'm trying to think who wouldn't I really care if they didn't make it to the, you know, the summer vacation. There's not really that many characters that I don't really care for. I guess Naval Blaster, I don't really like him. Who else? Tape Arm, he's cool, but I don't really know much about him. I don't feel like we really learned that much about his character, I guess. I guess those are the only two that really wouldn't. That big guy who doesn't say anything, and then the other guy who has like these wings with like tentacles or whatever you call him. I think he's called something like that. I guess those are the only four that I wouldn't really care if they made it or not, along with the karate guy. Everyone else I am looking forward to seeing, and hopefully seeing them, you know, in summer vacation if they pass, which they should. Even Midoriya, I don't think he has any problems with the written exams. It's just used to be, you know, the physical exams, and he shouldn't have any problems with that. So I think all of our favorite students will be there, hopefully. Even that little perv, I want him to be there because he's definitely gonna cause some problems, which should be fun. But yeah, looking forward to the next episode, guys. And if you want to check out the next one, you can right now on patreon.com. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But as always, leave me in the comments, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Until next time, guys, take it easy.